Oh, people don't realize this, but the government gives out $2.9 trillion every year. Year in and year out, they'll be giving out that money, and that's an average of like $22,000 for every household in America. So if you're not getting all yours, it's because you don't know where to look. Now, the rich people get all this stuff, yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do now for the 48 years I've been doing this, is help the average person understand where this information is, how to get a hold of it, and change your life. You get another $22,000 to live on. Now, that's good stuff. Okay, here's one of the problems I see is that people don't know the facts because we believe in the headlines and Google and all this other kind of stuff. But here it is, $2.9 trillion. That's the number that's given out by the Federal Reserve. Okay, and they call that social benefits expenses. The government gives out this money every year, $22,000. Okay, now why aren't you finding it? One of the reasons is it's not all called grants. So if you're calling a government office asking for a grant, you're missing like 80% of the free money out there. So it's called everything else: transfer payments, direct payments, loans you don't have to pay back, forgiveness, all this kind of stuff that accounts for the money, but you don't ask for. So you're missing a lot. Okay, also what people don't realize, most of the money doesn't come from Washington. Well, the money comes from Washington, but the applications are not in Washington. So it's a mixture of applications all over the country. It's different applications for the same money. Every state, county, and whatever has it. And also in the applications, remember, 80% of the money that gives out has no income requirements at all, so no matter what your income is. And even the ones that are income determinate, like you can't make a lot of money, that's going up. Like for college now, income to go to college for free is up to $125,000. Yeah, income requirements to get a down payment for a house is up to $150,000. I mean, it's child care is up to $200,000. Every program is different, so you have to check. Okay. Then another what people believe is that, you have to be a minority. No, you don't. And sure, there's certain programs set aside for minorities, certain programs set aside for veterans, certain for even single moms or dads or head of household, things like that. But that's just a small fraction. If you're concentrating only on that, you're missing 95% of all the other money. Now that's crazy, okay? So you check that, but that's not the only place to check, man. That's just sort of a starter place. So don't believe that it's all for minorities and not for me. No, 99% is for anybody, non-minorities or including minorities. So that's why don't just do it. Also, don't hire a grant writer. Why? Because most of these grants that the government gives out or free money does not require a grant writer. It's only 2 or 3 pages, fill in the blanks, you don't need it. And if the way out chance that you may need a grant writer, get the application first. People on the internet and everything are going to convince you that you need a grant writer, and you don't even have an application that you want to apply for. So it's silly. I mean, I use the equation, it's like getting a prom dress before you're invited to the prom. Get invited to the prom. Get an application that you think is worth applying to. Then worry if you need a grant writer. And you can get them free too. And here's the other thing. Nobody could promise you a grant. If they promise you a grant, they're a scam. So nobody out there, easy to get sucked in because you need financial assistance and you'll do almost anything. You're at your wit's end. So you get taken in by that. It's natural. I do too, when I'm in trouble. But nobody could promise you a grant except the people giving you the money, okay? That's right. We have a service that helps you with grants, but we don't promise anything. We can't. We don't give out the money. Well, we give out other money. Actually, now we give out like $75,000 every month, but just to our members. And by the way, there's a deadline today at the 30th of the month. We give out 25 free laptop computers, so you want to get on the list for that if you're a member. Don't believe that that's another thing. Everybody believes that, all I have to do is get that one phone call or that one application on the internet and fill it out. Probably not. Maybe, and you'll get lucky as hell if that happens, but most likely that's not going to happen. okay? And you're going to spend some time getting the bureaucratic runaround and things like that before you find the right application. If you're not up for that, then maybe you'll get lucky and it may be worthwhile. But majority of times it won't. So you're going to have to roll up your sleeves, do some follow-up work, and some individual research yourself if you really want to get help. It's like getting a job. You expect to call one office or one company and ask for a job and they say no. You don't sit home and wait for them to change your mind, right? No, you go to another one. That's why there's so many places to apply for grants. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. That's why when one says no, you go on, baby. You ask somebody else. That's what it is. And don't rely on only free money, okay? Because the government has so many other things. So when you're calling up looking for free money, don't say free money. Say you need help, because they'll pay your bills, they'll do all the other things that will solve your problem without giving you money, okay? So that's why what you're looking for is help, not grants. Don't call up grants. Well, first of all, I told you earlier, if you say grants, you miss 80% of the money. So that's why you don't even use grants when you're looking for money from the government or nonprofit organization. You just say, I need help. I need help. I can't pay my bills. I need help. I want to start a business. I need help. I want to buy a home. I need help. I have a health problem. I need help. I got a legal problem. All those answers are in the government in thousands of different ways, okay? That's why you want to say you need help, not money. Sure, money would solve your problem, but there's other ways too. And you're missing out on all that, which may be the real way. You just want to solve your problem. You don't care if the moon solves your problem, right? It solves your problem, okay? And also, don't believe no. I mean, it's so easy. You call an office, and rent grants, okay? There was a big national rent grant program, and it's still around. A lot of places are still giving out money for rent grants if you have trouble paying your rent, but a lot of them don't. So you'll call up, and some states will say, no, we don't have that money anymore. So somebody gives you a source that, hey, this is the big rent grant for my state, and you call them up and they say no, and they say, oh, God, see, they're wrong. There is no rent grant. Well, that's not true, because that's only one program. Now, every city, every state has 20, 30, 40, 50. And where I live, there are 79 different programs to help people with rent. This is one city, 79 rent programs. Wow. So when somebody says no, man, that means they don't want to go dancing. You find somebody else wants to go dancing because you want to go dancing. Yeah. So you just don't take no for an answer. And it's all about having options in life. And that's what we do at leskohelp.com, is give as much personal help as you need to find the programs you're eligible for. You can ask us 100 questions a day if you like. It's all personal. We don't come to your house, but on chat and things like that. I'm online a couple times a week live answering questions. We have workshops in the evening. You can get help from yourself members. And now members are starting to help members. They're online live. So you could get help from them too, because they've been through the process and they're a good source. So we're corralling that source and showing how helpful and fun it is to help other people. That's why I'll keep doing this until I die, because it's fun helping other people, and it's fun that if I could give you a phone number that will solve a problem in your life, man, I have nothing better to do in my whole life. So I tell you the truth, listen to this, I'm going to do this till I die. Absolutely. It feeds me. It's wonderful. All that and dopamine or whatever it is happens when you're able to help somebody. Man, that's addictive. Man. So I'm going to go out and satisfy my addiction and keep answering questions.